What up, man? This your boy TJ3. I know I ain't been making a lot of videos lately, man. I just been dealing with a lot of life shit. Kind of wanted to fill y'all in and, do a check-in real quick. So far, I'm currently in Las Vegas. I moved out here about 2 years ago. I decided I wanted a fresh start. I'm from San Francisco. That's where I was. Kind of thought that I was just getting hella tired of San Francisco, and I just thought that I needed a fresh start. I have different goals that I want to accomplish, and I just didn't think that I would be able to accomplish those goals in San Francisco, given the situation I was in. So moved out here 2 years ago. Life's been up and down per se, just trying to deal with just get acclimated to the city and the weather and the culture per se, right? So I'm just trying to just get used to everything, get used to all of those things, and at the same time trying to make friends, trying to kick in the door and make myself comfortable with the city. So yeah, doing that, trying to make friends, and it's tough, man, because when you come to a new city, you don't know anybody. So you have to kind of lean on us. Let's say you kind of have to lean on, well, let me change that. Not lean on, but you kind of have to use all of your resources that you have, right? So if you're not a person that is cool with code approach, then you would probably try out, meetup.com, some of these, external apps that we can use to actually, meet up and connect with people with the same interests and things like that, right? So I've been doing that, I've been doing some code approach, just trying to make friends, trying to just meet people, see what the vibe is, yeah, man. When I first moved out here, I didn't really have a job like that. So that was one difficult thing that I had to go through. I was unemployed for about, let's say 6 to 8 months. So yeah, I was unemployed for about 6 to 8 months. I was living with my relatives. So to anybody out there is wondering, like, hey, where do he live? I was living with my relatives. They were nice enough to let me stay, until I got back on my feet, things like that. So yeah, I was staying with my relatives, looking for a job. In the meantime, what I was doing, I was looking for a job, but then I was going to the gym too. And at that time, that I kind of wanted to be a personal trainer at that time. So years pass, times pass. I kind of think that my goals with personal training have passed. I kind of don't want to do that no more. I just think that you gave it a try, you give things a try, and some things aren't for you, right? So I gave it a try. I gave it a legitimate try, and I just think that it's not for me per se. So we have to move on and try and figure something else out, rightfully so. So fast forward, let's fast forward to right now. It's December 2nd because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. But right now it's December 2nd, 2024. Let's fast forward to April 2024 within the journey. Because what I stated previously, I was just, looking for a job, helping them out, going to the gym consistently. And that's where I was starting to post all those videos, those workout videos and that workout vlog and things like that. So let's fast forward to April 2024. I told my relatives that, hey, I don't want to stay here anymore and I'm willing to leave. And they gave me the A-OK. They said, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. If that's what you want to do, all power to you. So I will say, even though I kind of, skipped ahead a little bit, at this time I've been working for about 6 months. I found a cool solid job, making cool money. So April 2024, I told him, like, hey, I'm don't want to stay here no more. It was like, cool. So what I was doing was I was sleeping in my car for a minute. So I technically I was homeless. And that experience is real crazy. I don't recommend it. What I did was I was just tired of depending on people. I was just tired of asking people for stuff, depending on people. I wanted to be a man's man, basically. So what I wanted to do was just be completely 100% self-reliant, 100%. And that is one of the goals that I wanted to accomplish for myself. So the job that I did have, I was getting paid every week. So what I would do is I would get my check every week and I would save $500 out of that check every week. So around the time that I left, I already had about $6,000 to $7,000 saved up. I already had about $6,000 to $7,000 saved up. So what I did was I stayed in my car for 2 months, from April, May, June. So April, May, then June. So from April, I was just thugging it, man. I was just thugging it. Like I would sleep in my car. I had to wear a uniform, so I would sleep in my car. Every night I would kind of change into like my sweatpants and shit like that, so I can kind of sleep in the car. I had a blanket, I had a pillow. I had to buy all of these things, mind you, like at Walmart, because I didn't take anything from my relative's house. So what I was doing, so I'm kind of skipping. I'm all over the place, so bear with me, guys. But so when I told them that I was leaving, they gave me a grace period to leave. So I don't know the exact day I told them that I was not gonna stay here anymore, but from that day they gave me a 2-week grace period. So for 2 weeks I would go back and forwards to work from their house. And what I did was I brought all of my stuff, like my clothes and belongings. I was packing all of my stuff, and every morning that I would go to work, I would pack like some bags in my car, go to work, and then after work I would drop my stuff off at the storage unit where I would keep my stuff. So for about 2 weeks I did that, back and forth, just putting my stuff in the storage unit. Then I finally left. And when I finally left is when it was fair game. Like, hey, it's all on me now. If my car breaks down, if I get sick, it's all on me. And I understand now that's not the mentality that you want, but just coming from my upbringing, I wanted to be a 100% self-reliant guy at that point when I left. And I think I am that now. But back to the story. But yeah, every day I would go to work. I would go to the gym. After, I would shower at the gym. I had a gym membership. So that's how I'm keeping myself clean and, brushing my teeth and, washing my face and taking a shower and things like that. I had a gym membership. So I would do that every day. At night, I would go shower, go brush my teeth and stuff. And the situation gets tricky because everybody who's lived at home, they know. You got a home cooked meal every day or every other day at the least. You got a home cooked meal, whatever, or even if you're cooking it, it's a home cooked meal, right? So I couldn't do that. I couldn't really cook anything. I was eating hella fast food, and I know I can kind of, I could buy like TV dinners and stuff like that, little stuff that you could like kind of heat up in a microwave and things like that, and buy like I don't know what it's called, but it's like a portable like eye that you can kind of like fire up and heat up stuff. I didn't want to do that. I just thought I just thought it was doing too much per se. Even though sometimes you got to do what you got to do, I just thought that was doing too much for my situation. But yeah, so man, I'll go to work, go to the gym, freshen up, excuse me, and when I wanted to eat, I always had to go out and buy something. Or it's like I was always going to the gas station. I was always going like into a restaurant, fast food, whatever you want to call it, man. I was always doing that shit. And the shit got old, The shit got old. I couldn't my lifestyle was so completely different than what I was used to. But I adapted quickly, I would say, because before I would, play video games and, things like that. And that kind of taught me like, hey, you have to be responsible, because if you don't be responsible, then everything it'll just start crumbling down for sure. So yeah, man, to anybody who's taking my road on doing things my way, the way that I did it, not my way, but the way that I did it, I don't recommend it. I do not recommend it. I recommend just keep doing what you got to do. Whoever you living with, man, if you're paying rent, not, of course, if you're paying with if you're staying with your relatives or someone and you're not paying the full amount of market rent, do not move out until you have a sufficient amount of money saved up. Do not move out yet. I definitely want to say that. Do not move out yet. I don't recommend what I did. If I was smarter, because my goal was, when I moved out, my goal was to save up $10,000, and then I was gonna move out. But I said I had about $6,000 or $7,000 saved up. That kind of like derailed my goal a little bit, because now I'm using extra money to pay for this, get the storage unit, doing this, doing that. I may have to fix my car if it breaks down, because I'm living in my car essentially. So just make sure you got everything in check before you move out, for sure. Like, just make sure you got everything in check. Finances, man, where you gonna go. You've been researching spots that you want to move into. Make sure you got everything in check before you move out. Please make sure you got everything in check. So fast forward, April, May, June. So June, I moved into my spot in June 4th, 2024. And this is a big accomplishment for sure, because all my life, man, I just been living with my parents, listening to them, doing things that what they want me to do. And I just thought like, hey man, it's time to live my life. Of course, we all want to make our parents happy, our relatives happy. We want to make them proud of us and things like that. But ultimately, man, you gotta live your own life, because you the one that's living your life, man. They not living it for you. And one thing I had to realize was like, hey, they live their life already, and I don't want to make it seem like they ain't got no life to live because they're older and shit. But what I'm saying is, all the goals, aspirations, and things that they had when they were little, it's past already. Whether they accomplished them or not, that's on them. But the time has passed, and they were given time to do all of those things, but they did what they wanted to do with their time. So you just got to do what you got to do with your time, and that's what I had to do with mine. So, and of course, we all want to, like I said, make our parents, their relatives proud and things like that. But sometimes we can't take everything they say to heart, because they're not coming from the perspective that we're coming from. It's just like, for example, you go and ask your parents about, let's just say, something in the medical field, whatever it may be. Like, hey, what's gout? What's this? What's that? Whatever it is, they may not give you the proper advice or information based on their own perspective or experience. So what I'm saying is they may not have the expertise that you're looking for. So it's not great. It's not good to ask someone with no expertise or someone that you want to learn from people that have done it already. That's all I'm saying. So if you're asking somebody who hasn't done it, what benefit does that give you? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying, don't ever listen to your parents. I'm just saying go to them for specific things that they can give you, like unconditional love and things like that, or advice on, whatever it may be, or ask them about their experiences. That's a good one too. But if it's something that needs specific expertise on, I will go to the person that I can learn from and that they have done it already. I want to learn from the person that has done it already. Not from the person that's just talking out of the side of their mouth. So, and yeah, so my first time having a spot, man, it's been lovely. It's been good. It's been great. I've been it's been peaceful. I got my own space. I can kind of do what I want. I can think clearly because I'm not, people are not in my ear, so having your own spot is really great for peace of mind. I will say that for sure. It's really great for peace of mind because you can think so much more clearly. Just imagine, because I was living in the house with, let's say, three other people. Yeah, I'm living in a house with three other people. Just imagine how chaotic that is, and some households are more chaotic than others. I get that, but mine was it was pretty intense for sure. But yeah, I would encourage everybody to actually go out and get your own spot for sure. Do it when the time is right. Don't do what I did, but I encourage everybody to go get their own spot for sure. Because when you got your own spot, man, you're gonna improve as a human being. Because you're not gonna fuck around. You're not gonna slack off. You're gonna be super on it, super on task, super responsible, because it's all on you. It's all on you. It's all on you. Like, seriously, you can't ask your parents to pay your rent for you, and you know how high rent is. Like, don't even get me started with that. You can't ask your parents to pay your water bill for you, your rent for you. You can't ask your parents to buy you food. You can, take leftover plates home if you close by them, but you can't ask them to buy you food per se. All the little snacks and little stuff that you like to eat that your parents got you. Yeah, I was there. You can't ask them to do that. You can, and they probably will, but how long is that gonna last? Is what I'm saying. How long is that gonna last? So you can't. The goal is to be 100% self-reliant. That's the goal, because when you're self-reliant, it's a sense of pride that, hey, I can really take care of myself without any help. So it's a sense of like you have like pride and like dignity and integrity to an extent, because who feels good asking somebody else for something? Who feels good doing that? I don't think anybody feels good doing that, So if you're self-reliant, then that'll make you feel even better, because now you're doing it yourself. You're not waiting on anybody. You're not waiting for an answer. You're not waiting for money to come through from somebody else, or whatever the case may be. You're doing it yourself. So since you're doing it yourself, you're doing it on your time. You're doing it yourself. You're doing it when you want to do it, and you're doing it in a timely manner. Because if you wait on somebody else, who knows how long they're going to take with whatever it may be. Hey man, I need a few dollars here and there, man. I need a few dollars, man. You got me? Sure. But you asking him for the few dollars, so that means he can take his sweet time with it with the money, giving you the money because you're asking him for it. You see? Whereas if you just went and got the money yourself, you wouldn't have to wait on anybody. You would have to wait for your paycheck, but you wouldn't have to wait on anybody, any person, you know? So I say all that to say, man, just be 100% self-reliant, man. Self-reliant. Just be 100% self-reliant. Do everything yourself. Everything. And I'm strictly speaking on just your living situation. Now, if you have a business and you want to, kind of source things out to different people, do that, because that's a smart thing to do. But your living situation, do everything yourself for your living situation, not for your business or anything else, because it's stupid for you to do everything yourself. No, you want to source things out to other people when you have a business. I'm saying strictly for your living situation, be 100% self-reliant. So yeah, man, that's just what I've been doing lately, man. I just want to check in with y'all, let y'all know how life's been going and things like that. So be aware, man. Be on the lookout. I'm coming out with more content, more videos. I'm gonna start doing interviews, like full sit downs. I'm already doing man on the street videos. Be on the lookout for those. Follow me on IG at Thomas T. Jefferson. If you ain't followed me already, man, I post my clips there. I post my YouTube shorts and I post my clips on IG also. So, man, just be on the lookout for that. Just keep in touch with me, man. I know I've been gone for a while. I apologize to y'all, but to make up for it, I'm gonna have some stuff coming your way, man, for sure. All 2025, it's gonna be fire. All 2025, I promise you. We ain't stopping. We're going stronger. We're going harder. No homo. It's just improvement from here. It's just nothing but improvement from here. So I don't want to harp on that too long. Thank y'all for sticking with me, man. Thank y'all for getting through this video, man, because I know I was rambling and things like that. But with that being said, I'm out. Be on the lookout for some more videos, man. TJ3, I'm gone. Peace.